Hello and welcome to focusIR. Craig Foster is joining us this morning from Ondo InsurTech because you've had some big news, and that's a huge expansion of your partnership with US insurance giant Nationwide. So Craig, take it away. Tell us more.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, so thanks for inviting us on. We had a big announcement this morning where Nationwide, one of the, not to be confused with the UK financial services companies, Nationwide are a Fortune 100 US company, one of the biggest home insurers in the United States. So they announced, we did a deal with them about a year ago where they launched our solution into Ohio. On the back of that, what they're reporting today is the results from that pilot where we got an 87 net promoter score, 4.9 out of 5 customer satisfaction score, some great case studies in the claims that we prevent, the water damage claims. And on the back of that, they're expanding their solution to all new and existing customers across 16 US states. So it's quite significant. We were only in, until today, we were only in 4 US states. So it's a very significant expansion for us.
Okay, so 4 to 16, as you say, significant. So 16 to where now? What's the plan?
I mean, the plan is, it's a very interesting, some of your viewers on LSD might not be familiar with the story. So to back up a bit and just explain what we do. So we're aiming to create a world leader in claim prevention technology for home insurers. And we're focused particularly on this problem of water damage claims. So water damage claims cost insurers, in the US, for example, $20 billion every year. In water damage claims they pay out. And this is just fixing homes from, small leaks that happen on the mains water plumbing. We've got a proprietary solution that fixes that problem for insurers. So it's a unique sensor technology, something that's self-install. We just send it in the post and you just clip it to the pipe and a single thing can detect a leak anywhere in the home. But it's also connected to our own plumbing service where we actually send trained technicians in to go find and fix the root cause of the problem. So US insurers, like I say, they spend $20 billion a year fixing these things in homes, and they're really looking for a solution to this. They're under a huge amount of pressure on their loss ratios. Obviously, catastrophe claims for hurricanes and the like cause a particular problem for US insurers. So anything that they can do to improve loss ratios is really welcome. We're already in well over 100,000 homes. We work with 19 insurance companies. But when we first went to the US, the question, Katie, was, can you do it over here? The US is a different market. US consumers are different. Can we really replicate it as a kind of small British company? And what we've done over the last year is we signed 5 insurance carriers. We launched into 4 states. And we really have proven that we can deliver the same results in the US. So now really our goal is to become the market leading solution, industry standard solution in the US market. And I think today is a big vote of confidence from one of the biggest and best insurers in the United States. But this is really just the start. I mean, that expansion into more states, we expect more of our existing partners will now expand their footprint and follow Nationwide's lead. But we also expect to sign more US insurers, really building on this momentum. So this is the first of many announcements that we expect to make with regards to our expansion in the US.
Okay, exciting. So you've really built on that successful pilot that you had there in Ohio, and it's gone from there. And as you say, the $20 billion opportunity, I can completely believe that because obviously it's an enormous country, huge population. But when it comes to water damage, as we all know, I think everyone we know has had some sort of experience and it's pure misery. And I understand in terms of the financials here, so this is an advance payment from Nationwide to fully fund the rollout, is that right?
Yes, we've got a very interesting model. So we charge our insurance partners a recurring fee, and we provide this as a kind of fully integrated service. So typically in the US, our partners are paying $5 or $6 a month. And that includes everything. So it includes the sensor, it includes the repair service. So they know exactly on a per home basis what it's going to cost. And it aligns the cost with the benefit. So it's the right model for insurers. But it's also the right model for us as well because we create a recurring revenue stream with every one of the sensors that we install. And what we didn't want to do is have a very working capital intensive model as we grew the business. So the principle that we've established with insurers is they execute an order under the contract, and then they prepay the first year fees in advance before we've shipped any units. And that fully funds the working capital, because obviously we have more costs in the first year just through actually shipping the hardware. And we did the first order with Nationwide in that regard. And what we've established now, the principle is every time we use up the volume, we execute another order and it incurs another prepayment. That really transforms our working capital profile as a business. And it means that our partners fully fund our growth, which is really good news for existing shareholders, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Let's talk about the UK, because I know recently you announced the biggest deal you've ever done here in Britain, a new relationship with the National Farmers Union Mutual. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, that was a deal that we did recently. The marketing activity is just starting now. NFU are a good partner for us. It's important to notice that some of the differences between the UK and the US market, and it shows why we've really focused on the US, is in the United States, people pay a lot more for home insurance. On average, they pay $1,400 for a homeowner's insurance policy. Compare that in the UK, the average person's spending, not much more than £300 on their home insurance. And the relevance of that is for our carriers offer, the solution we prefer is that they offer everything for free, all of our solution for free. So they don't pay anything for repairs, they don't pay anything for the sensor. In the UK market, for that to work, we have to target higher risk kind of cohorts of customers, or maybe mid to high net worth insurers. So it's about finding the right books of business. So in that regard, NFU are a really great partner for us. They've got 300,000 or 400,000 customers. I can't remember the exact number. It's about that ballpark. Our economics work across that whole customer base. So it's a really good partner for us in the UK. But it also highlights why the US is such a good market for us, because our economics work across the whole of the US market, across all 100 million homes, insured homes in the US. But NFU have been a great partner so far. We're confident we'll be able to deliver the same great results for them as we've delivered for all of our partners.
Clearly, there is an opportunity there, as you've explained. But what about the competition? What are you dealing with there?
I mean, it's really interesting, Katie. We see more competition maybe in the US because there's a kind of bigger business case to go after in the United States. But the reason why we've got such a great opportunity is nothing else really works. So there are two kind of competing solutions that insurers have tried and not had much joy with. One is they're like these moisture sensors, or sometimes called moisture pucks. So they look like this kind of size, like a computer mouse, and you put them around the property in a particular location, and if water falls on top, they create a circuit. So they're cheap to produce, but the problem is, where is the plumbing in your home? 90% of your plumbing is hidden from view. It's hidden in the ceiling, it's hidden in walls, so you can't access it. So carriers have tried them, they just don't deliver a claim saving. The other solution is something where you physically cut the pipe and you install an inline sensor. They work, but they're really expensive. They're normally $400 or $500, and they need a professional installation. And still they'll tell you that there's a leak, but they're still not integrated with any kind of plumbing service. So they're really prohibitively expensive. Whereas the thing that makes the actual sensor technology appeal to insurers is it's basically a small unit. It's a proprietary technology that we invented. There's a clip on the back, and the install process is as simple as that. So we send it in the post, and that single sensor can detect a leak anywhere on a mains water system. So we invented that technology. We own the patents on that all around the world, and there's nothing else like it on the market. And that's particularly relevant for insurers because we're the only solution that's hit a kind of sweet spot of a pricing model. That means you can scale this on a mass market basis, and it actually delivers a return on investment.
All right, we'll leave it there. Craig, thank you so very much indeed from Ondo InsurTech, announcing that huge deal this morning with your huge expansion of your partnership with the US insurance giant Nationwide. Thank you so very much indeed.